Good day, everyone. We are students of Eugelio Amang Rodriguez Institute of Science and Technology, and we're gonna tackle about definition and scope of human resource management. And we are Group 1, and here's my members, yours truly, Apalisok, Arce, Atuel, Valtero, and Delsa. Table of contents, definition and scope of human resource management. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, chapter overview. Number 3, learning outcomes. Number 4, human resources management. Number 5, scope of human resources management. Number 6, historical breakthroughs. Number 7, importance of studying human resource management. Number 7, entrepreneurs. Number 8, employees. Number 9, supervisors. Number 10, chapter summary. Number 11, case studies. And last, group discussion.
Here's the learning objectives. Learning objective number 1, HRM futures adaptability, employee orientation, growth focus, and future planning make it vital for creating a skilled and motivated workforce. Learning objective number 2, personal management is administrative, short-term, and authority-driven, while HRM is development, long-term practice, and people-centered. Learning objective number 3, HRM manages overall workplace potential, while HRD, as its subset, focuses on training and continuous growth to support organizational success. Learning objective number 4, HRM manages the employment cycling, handling, recruitment, and onboarding, evaluation, and retention to ensure long-term productivity. Learning objective number 5, Frederick Taylor's scientific management introduced efficiency and structure, shaping HRM foundation for systematic and productive employee management. Here's the introduction. Human resource management, or HRM, is one of the most vital pillars of organizational success. It is just not about hiring employees or keeping records. It's about creating a system where people are valued, supported, and motivated to perform at their best. HRM ensures that the right individuals are placed in the right roles, their skills are developed, and their contributions are recognized. By balancing organizational goals with employee growth, HRM helps business remain productive, adaptable, and future-ready. Chapter Overview. This chapter explores the essential function and importance of human resource management in modern organization. It highlights HRM best features, compares it with related approaches like personal management, or PM, and human resource management development, or HRD, and emphasizes its role managing the employment cycle. Furthermore, the chapter recognizes Frederick Taylor's contribution to efficiency-driven practices that shape HRM foundation. Human resource management defined. Human resource management, or HRM, is the function of managing people who are the most valuable asset of an organization. It ensures that employees are recruited, developed, motivated, and retained to support organizational growth and success. This means HRM focus treating people as the contributors to an organization. Its role is to balance employee with company goals. Scope of human resource management. HRM covers 3 stages: pre-hiring and post-hiring. It includes finding the right people, managing them effectively, and ensuring they perform well through training, benefits, and fair treatment. This shows HRM contribution process that begins before hiring and extends beyond employment. It makes sure employees are productive, satisfied, and aligned with the company's success. Historical breakthrough. Frederick Taylor, known as the father of scientific management, greatly influenced HRM with his principle of scientific management. His focus on efficiency, fair selection, and performance-based rewards shape modern HR practices. Taylor's ideas emphasize hiring and motivating employees through incentives. This contribution laid the foundation for today's efficiency-driven HR system. Here's the historical breakthrough. In 1892 to 1910, Frederick Taylor introduced scientific management, rewarding workers with extra pay for exceeding standard output. This system encouraged employees to work harder by linking pay to performance. Importance of studying human resource management. Studying human resource management is valuable for all managers because it covers essential activities like hiring, training, evaluating, and retaining employees. It is also beneficial of non-HR roles such as entrepreneurs, employees, and supervisors as it provides useful knowledge of workplace practices. This means HRM is not just HR department, but for everyone managing of working with people. It helps individuals understand the employment cycle and improve organizational effectiveness. Entrepreneurs. HRM helps entrepreneurs manage employees effectively by guiding training, compensation, safety, and performance evaluation. Entrepreneurs face challenges in handling people, and HRM provides the tools to overcome them. It supports building a healthy company culture and achieving business success. Employee. Studying HRM helps employees know their rights, benefits, safety, and employment laws. This knowledge empowers workers to understand how they should be treated in the workplace. It also protects them from unfair practices and ensure they can work in safe environment. Supervisors. HRM guides supervisor assessing performance, giving feedback, resolving disputes, and maintaining a good work environment. Supervisors learn to manage people fairly and constructively. This helps create a positive and productive workplace culture. Best future of human resource management. 1. It's prevalent in nature. HRM is present in all operational and functional areas. Management, it is a continuous process that cannot be turned on and off. This means HRM applies to every part of an organization. It ensures that people management is always active and consistent. 2. It is dynamic. HRM constantly adapts to changes and focuses on solving problems with logical solution. It always seeks better ways to improve situation for both the organization and employee. Being dynamic allows HRM to stay relevant in changing work environments. It ensures decision and practical and effective growth. 3. It is individual-oriented. HRM treated each employee with respect and provides opportunities for growth, training, development, and improvement. Programs are used to maximize individual potential. This shows that employees are valued as unique individuals. It increases motivation by helping workers improve skills and feel respected. 4. It is employee-oriented. HRM rewards employees for their contribution and motivates them to perform better. It helps them feel appreciated and recognized in their work. This builds stronger commitment, loyalty from employees. Recognizing their efforts leads to higher productivity and satisfaction. 5. It is forward-looking. HRM plans for future. Laborers need to ensure the right people with the right skills are hired. It prepares organization for upcoming challenges. opportunities. Being forward-looking help organizations avoid staffing shortages or mismatches. It ensures that growth is suitable over time. 6. It is growth-oriented. HRM promote development through training, job rotation, and skill enhancement. It ensures both the organization and its people progress. This feature helps employees become more capable and versatile at the same time. It drives the company toward long-term success.
The difference between personnel management and human resources management. 1. Personnel management to the people working organization managing them referred to as a personnel management. 2. Personnel management conventional concentrates on the supervisory and administration of the people. 3. Is the separate purpose with a separate sub-function. 4. Personnel management is akin to supplementary activity. 5. Personnel management reacts to adverse situation as their artist. 5. Personnel management takes to complete authority and people management. 6. Personnel has a limited range as only focuses on the administration of people. 7. Personnel management is practically involved with the recruitment, selection, and administration of the workforce. And 8. Primary stimuli in a personnel management are monetary and non-monetary rewards. Personnel management focuses mainly on controlling and supervising employees. It is treated as a separate function and reacts to the problem only when they arise. Personnel management sees employees as a tool, cost, or commodities used to archive company profit and motivations often based on money and rewards.
Here's the next part. The difference between human resource management and human resource development. Human resource management focuses on the enhancement of employees' potential from the long-term perspective, while human resource development is concerned with enhancing the capabilities of employees that will result in positive behavior change. Human resource management gives attention to the effective utilization of employees and their capabilities, while HRD sees to that there are continuous opportunities for growth and development. Human resource management takes decision on the human resource development, while human resource development depends on the decision of human resource management. HRM at its center has HRD. And the goal of human resource development is an anchor to the human resource management, which boils down to the benefit of the workers. Human resource management attends to the every employee demand, resulting in increased satisfaction and productivity, while human resource development promotes upscaling of skills and knowledge, resulting in an outstanding performance. And according to Alagaraha, 2013, human resource management and human resource development are interrelated but distinct components of managing people in an organization. HRM refers broadly to the practices concerned with recruiting, deploying, appraising, compensating, and maintaining employees so that the organization meets its strategic goals. While human resources, in contrast, focuses specifically on the growth of employees through training, developing capabilities, learning.
Here's the chapter summary. Number 1. Human Resource Management or HRM deals with managing employee, one of the most valuable assets of an organization. Its goal to develop competent, motivated, and satisfied employees from hiring to separation. Number 2. HRM uses various practices to guide employees through the the three stages of the employment cycle: pre-hiring, hiring, and post-hiring. These practices helps firm manages people effectively. Number 3. HRM includes business function like recruitment, selection, training, performance, appraisal, and compensation management. It also supports development and productivity improvement programs. Number 4. Frederick Taylor, known as the father of scientific management, influenced HRM with his management principle. His ideas laid the foundation for efficiency-driven practices in HRM. Number 5. Studying HRM is useful even for non-HR roles, such as entrepreneurs, employees, and supervisors. Understanding HR concepts helps in managing people better. Number 6. HRM is widespread in nature, dynamic, and individually oriented. It is also employee-focused, future-oriented, and growth-driven. Number 7. Refers to people working in an organization and managing them is called personnel management. HRM is a continuous process focused on development employees' potential. Number 8. HRM makes decisions about human resources development plans. HRD in turn relies on HRM decision for execution. Case study and application of HRM. Case study by Sunrise Electronics Corporation. Sunrise Electronics is a growing technology company in the Philippines with 500 employees. This company faced high employee turnover, low motivation, and difficulties in adapting to market changes. Initially, the management only practiced personal management or PM, focusing on record keeping. Payroll and disciplined employee were treated mainly as tools to complete tasks, and little attention was given to growth and satisfaction. However, when a new HR director was hired, the company shifted to human resource management or HRM. They introduced training programs, career development plans, and regard system. They also created strategies for future workforce needs, aligning employee growth with the company goals through human resource management or HRD. Employees receive continuous skill upgrades and leadership training. As a result, employee engagement improved, productivity increased by 35%, and turnover decreased by 20% within a year. The company realized the valuing employees as asset leads to long-term success. How was application? Best feature of HRM. Sunrise Electronics became dynamic, growth-oriented, expecting employees and planning for future workforce needs. Difference between PM and HRM. The company shifted from a short-term reactive PM approach to a long-term proactive HRM strategy that emphasized teamwork and motivation. Difference between HRM and HRD. While HRM handled recruitment, compensation, and employee relation, HRD focused on training and skill development to prepare employees for leadership roles. Chapter summary in practice. By applying recruitment, training, appraisal, and benefits system, the company made employees competent and motivated and satisfied, the true essence of HRM. The case study of Sunrise Electronics shows how shifting from personal management to human resource management improved employee satisfaction, productivity by focusing on training, motivation, and long-term growth. The company turned employees into valuable asset. This proves that HRM scope covering recruitment, development, and retention help both employee and organization succeed.
So how does human resource management differs from human resource development?
HRM is a border converging overall management of employees and ensure productivity, satisfaction, and organizational success. HRD is a subset of HRM, focusing mainly on training, learning, continuous skills growth of employees.